Tes satu. Suara aman. Tes satu. Ini loh. Goblok. Wah, tadi. Tes satu. Aman, suara aman. Sri 89. Gak bisa lari nih. Gak bisa lari. Gak ada yang bisa lari. Mungkin ini ya. Misri. Misri. Ini gak bisa lari. guys, nanti aja guys. Oh iya, sini Halloween ya. Halloween guys. Halloween. Rafael ya. Maguire nggak bisa lari. Aduh. Oke, deket-deket Maguire. Greenwood, oke. Ini lumayan nih. Guys, guys, guys. Alah. Oke, lanjut terus divisi ya kita ya. Tadi setting OBS pakai plugin ini jelek banget. Strip. Ada pernah nih lawan ini. Suarez baru. double DMF. Double DMF lawan guys. Pakai double DMF. Lama banget. Pokoknya pakai double DMF ya guys ya. Oke, mulai yuk. Nggak peduli double DMF.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Mulai.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things on the way.
That would be a little gem among strikers.
Main cepat bisa.
I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mold himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lowly furrow front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
It's Lewis! Off the post! Lam.
Nedved.
Now Gattuso. And it's Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now the cross. Who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given.
Bisa.
That's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Suarez is offering a wry smile there.
Malaga with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking ball. Time, excellent interception. Mbappe
Wah,
received it in a good
makan
position
itu.
here. Played out to the left flank. Cross to the back. Now it's Luis Suarez. Good chance here. It's loose now, they want to get it back.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Thinks about the shot. Luis Suarez! This time, surely! De Jong. Roberto Carlos providing an outlet on that flank. He is just caressing the ball. And it's played in here. No goals as yet. Edmilson produces the perfect tackle there. Showing great feet there. Great ball and the shot!
Nggak bisa.
Relief. the defenders. It's their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Roberto Carlos. They get a throw in. It's an looking ball that. That's been cut out, well played.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Thuram cuts out the pass. He's going to be disappointed with that. David Villa. Messi. And he's in on goal. Tries a shot.
Bisa, nggak bisa.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Carlos actually didn't do
Nggak
an awful
bisa.
lot, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. It's a decent clearance. And it's Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Suarez. Engages and forces him off the ball. That's been intercepted. Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. And here's Haaland. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Del Piero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Suarez. And they can counter here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And it's played forward. Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The
Amat
final
ini ya.
ball was very poor.
Now it's Park Ji-sung. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. And he's managed to get free. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
This looks promising. Spread out to the left. Lahm plays it in. Cleared away. There is a half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So they head
Kita
in.
masukkan
no
super
further
sub ya guys ya.
forward. The score here still 0-0.
Beli pakai roller. Tengahnya menang banyak ini.
There's the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Tries to play it through. But this is Bebeto. Bebeto will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Stitch defending, but that'll do. Ji-sung tries to pass it through. Suarez looking to run onto it. It's Luis Suarez!
Pengen finishing.
He just has something.
And you know, this could well prove to be a pivotal moment in the match too. One of the star names scoring an absolute cracker to change the
Biar aja
complexion of the
selebrasi
second
dulu,
half. In
Bapak.
front once more and with
Selebrasi aja dulu.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Malaga have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Del Piero really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. That looks a good ball through. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Malaga appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter.
Mático.
It's plain and simple.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Threads one in. Well, that's well seen too. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And it's Del Piero.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He rises! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Del Piero. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ball comes. Oh!
Mático.
They scored!
Mático.
Do not write them off. Back they come.
Super sub, super sub, super sub.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Lasciano il campo per
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Did he that because it had a decent chance of progressing?
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And a chance! Piqué is there to clear. He's felt that, hasn't he? It's Bebeto. Bebeto!
Mático. Mático.
And the comeback is complete. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to
Good.
outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. And here's Del Piero. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Luis Suarez. And here's the chance to counter. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And this is Luis Suarez. He's picked his way through. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Kolerku.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Quite a thriller this one's become. Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Del Piero. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a
Takutan
yellow
dia, guys.
card.
Tigol masuk berarti gol.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 17.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
22. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Gattuso.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Looking for the run. Decent chance!
Ah,
Well, he got rid because he
sayang
was under pressure.
sekali.
Well read. Nice interception.
Good.
Well, that is one way to stop him. No foul, says the referee.
Takutan dia, guys.
Del Piero. Yaya Toure.
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram gets over and intercepts. Del Piero. And he shoots!
Wah, dua kali berarti gue langsung bikin peluang ya guys ya.
Tuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Close, but time for no more. The whistle has
Berarti
gone.
gol, berarti gol, oke berarti gol.
Good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective.
Palang simbang lah. Ku Itali. Entah kenapa enggak guys, nggak terlalu suka sama si ini, si Rome. Dulu enak si Rome, nggak tahu karena sugesti atau apa ya, sering saya pakai Mbappe, bansos biru. Coba ini sekarang dia hijau nih, coba pakai aja lah. hijau. Ya Rome yang lagi
Well, what a sight
kondisinya
this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned. And an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And he welcomes it in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Roberto Baggio. Baggio will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, can they get him away? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Lam. Nedved. Del Piero. Looking to play him in, and he's worked it through. Out of play for a goal kick. Someone off target. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio. Good purposeful running this. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Oh, it's hit the post. That's a half-decent try. Milan with their first corner. The first of the game for either side, actually. And he's taking no chances there. Now they can spring out of defence. Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pirlo. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Del Piero. Nedved. This is Nedved. He's gone for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Del Piero is offering a right smile there.
Berat banget ini.
Oh, smashing header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Haaland can be a real threat inside the box.
Milan really have found
sinyalnya hilang, guys.
getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, busy in there, isn't it?
Sinyalnya hilang
Wide
guys.
players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
And it's Baggio. It's a really well-measured
Sinyal
ball.
di OBS hilang.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in a great position here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, there's a probing ball. Gattuso. Del Piero. And that's been intercepted. And here's Haaland. Milan looking to pass their way through. That's tidy. Pirlo. Maldini. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Oh, good take in a good area. Quality ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This is Del Piero. Nice interception, well timed. Del Piero. Lam.
Eh,
In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. And here's Del Piero. Looking wide. And he's been shifted off it. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, super ball. In towards the
Halang.
back, not goal. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header. Denied by an instinctive save.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Neymar. And it's with the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Haaland. Pirlo.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Roberto Baggio. Now it's Haaland. He's picked his way through. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. He's on it. Can he get away? Not yet. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I suppose from a defender,
He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Milan have their second corner now. Mbappe attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lam sort of run down the left wing. Looking for the run.
duh. Nanti komentar tadi.
And the second half is off to a flyer. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Good.
Big. He scored. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
So, third quarter of the game. Good read, needed to be. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Neymar. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
And he's going for goal! Now, how often do you see that?
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And now a sudden chance to counter. He is just caressing the ball. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Just eases him off the ball. No, that was never going to make it. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Haaland. Nice control. Pirlo. And he's in on goal. Haaland. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
15. Numero 66. Lasciano il campo per il
Neymar.
Kaká.
This is Pirlo.
18. Totti. Il numero 9. Il numero 25.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's chosen to go back. He's the return pass. Now it's Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, look, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Totti. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Menunggu sang pencetak gol Azo.
Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared without hesitation. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. This is Totti, Nedved, and this is Nedved. Attempts a clearance. He's free, he has got space.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's Bebeto.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Serginho. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Pirlo. Looking for options for movement. And a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Desperate defending required here. Keeper has taken decisive action. Pirlo. He's a sharp little ball here. Chance to delete. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Four added minutes on the board. Del Piero receives it in a wide position. Big header!
Alah, koles kita aja koler.
Stop.
Emang satu lagi.
That will be it. A good watch, a really good watch.
Aduh, berat
Both
sekali
sides
nih.
toiling to try and out think, outsmart each other, but it wasn't to be, and they're all scored. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Oke, dari satu. Nah, ke bantai nih. Kan? Player gini guys yang ngeri guys. Biasanya guys. Ngeri ini. Justru bayar kartu-kartu kayak gini sangat ngeri.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Menangin.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Well, Jim, Vitor Bayer is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he was one of Europe's very best. His career stats certainly back that up as well. I really like that confidence he has about him. There's a swagger in play.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Oh, that's ambitious. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Smartly reclaimed. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. So what can they make of this? And that could set him on his way.
Waktunya.
The breakthrough strike. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like
Good.
He scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read.
Good. Good.
Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
A case now of complete control.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter. And
Indah.
Haha.
Akhirnya beratnya.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive
Jangan
fear on
biarkan
the way
satu
to
gol
that hat-trick.
sarang.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Son Heung-min. Caicedo. Lepien. Del Piero. Del Piero. And it's Lam. That is a little undercooked. We expected better, and so did he. Gattuso. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe. Eintracht Frankfurt do have a chance to counter here. Driving on and making good progress.
Nih
So
lawannya.
a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. That is quite remarkable.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Van Dijk. And it's Sané. Now it's Kane. Passing nice and neat. That is a great pick out. Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. And he's worked it through. Nedved showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Caicedo. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Nicely aimed pass. Eintracht Frankfurt are looking to break at pace. Looking for the run. That's a simple one for the keeper. That was not gone well. Caicedo. Oh, this looks sharp. Camavinga. It's Caicedo. Looking for options for movement. He's got away.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Oh, important interception. Del Piero. And the counter is on. Threads one in. Looking wide. And it's the whistle for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Sostituzione di giocatori.
sekali.
Taken with style. And that really is so impressive. Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific. Still trying to make a game of this. Ledger. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Bebeto. He's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bebeto. Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Caicedo. Son Heung-min. Going to be disappointed with that. Oh, can he get onto this? Ledger. No question, that's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Gattuso. Here's Nedved. Passing is crisp and sharp. Really fierce, close defending. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it. That's been drilled forward. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Very nicely done. Big chance! It's hit the upright. Gattuso, can he get it through? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That is a brilliant interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Eintracht Frankfurt clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Del Piero, and a chance!
Indah sekali malam ini. Malam ini bisa tidur nyenyak guys ya. Suren, pasti dia pergi. Biasanya seperti itu guys. Langsung ganti aja kalau gitu.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it?
Kalau nggak pergi berarti mentalnya oke lah. Nggak pergi guys. Iyalah di V1 masa mental tempe.
Both sides, actually. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Camavinga. Now it's Rodrigo. Just to go back. Del Piero. Serginho. He steps in. That's the end of that. Bebeto. And it's Gattuso. Laid back in. It's Ronaldinho. Tries a shot.
Yes.
And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
It's become a case of men against boys. Great shot.
Indah sekali malam ini diakhiri dengan pembantaian divisi 1. Harusnya meningkat banyak nih poin. Nah, pergi kan? Pergi, pasti pergi.
Many thanks to Jim.
Ya, 6-1 masa nggak pergi.
Very good night to you.
7-1 malah. Thank you, Hais. Thank you. Oh, dari kemarin lost streak guys. Nggak ketemu. Berapakah ini? 40 poin biasanya ya. Wah 28 cuman. Udah lah nggak apa-apa aman. 30, 48, 18. Oke kita akhir guys ya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.